Winnipeg is the capital and largest city of the province of Manitoba in Canada. It is centered on the confluence of the Red and Assiniboine rivers, near the longitudinal center of North America. The city is named after the nearby Lake Winnipeg. The name comes from the Western Cree words for muddy water. The region was a trading center for indigenous peoples long before the arrival of Europeans. It is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and average July highs of 26 degrees Celsius. Known as the Gateway to the West, Winnipeg is a railway and transportation hub with a diversified economy. This multicultural city hosts numerous annual festivals, including the Festival du Voyageur, the Winnipeg Folk Festival, the Jazz Winnipeg Festival, the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival, and Folklorema. Winnipeg was the first Canadian host of the Pan American Games. It is home to several professional sports franchises, including the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Valor FC, and the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Winnipeg is named after nearby Lake Winnipeg, 65 kilometers north of the city. English explorer Henry Kelsey may have been the first European to see the lake in 1690. And he adopted the Cree Enajib name Win Nipi, meaning murky water or muddy water. French-Canadian fur trader Le Virendry referred to the lake as Lac Gonipik or Winnipegon when he built the first forts in the area in the 1730s. Local newspaper The Northwester included the name on its masthead on February 24, 1866, and the city was incorporated by that name under legislation by the Manitoba Assembly in 1873. Winnipeg lies at the confluence of the Assiniboine and the Red River of the North, a location now known as the Forks. This point was at the crossroads of canoe routes traveled by First Nations before European contact. Evidence provided by archaeology, petroglyphs, rock art and oral history indicates that native peoples used the area in prehistoric times for camping, harvesting, hunting, tool making, fishing, trading and, farther north, for agriculture. Estimates of the date of first settlement in this area range from 11,500 years ago for a site southwest of the present city to 6,000 years ago at the Forks. In 1805, Canadian colonists observed First Nations peoples engaged in farming activity along the Red River. The practice quickly expanded, driven by the demand by traders for provisions. The rivers provided an extensive transportation network linking northern First Peoples with those to the south along the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. The Ojibwe made some of the first maps on birch bark, which helped fur traders navigate the waterways of the area. Sieur de Le Virendry built the first fur trading post on the site in 1738, called Fort Rouge. French trading continued at this site for several decades before the arrival of the British Hudson's Bay Company after France ceded the territory following its defeat in the 7 Years' War. Many Frenchmen who were trappers married First Nations women. Their mixed-race children hunted, traded, and lived in the area. Their descendants are known as the Métis. Lord Selkirk was involved with the first permanent settlement, the purchase of land from the Hudson's Bay Company, and a survey of river lots in the early 19th century. The Northwest Company built Fort Gibraltar in 1809, and the Hudson's Bay Company built Fort Douglas in 1812, both in the area of present-day Winnipeg. The two companies competed fiercely over trade. The Métis and Lord Selkirk's settlers fought at the Battle of Seven Oaks in 1816. In 1821, the Hudson's Bay and Northwest Companies merged, ending their long rivalry. Fort Gibraltar was renamed Fort Garry in 1822 and became the leading post in the region for the Hudson's Bay Company. A flood destroyed the fort in 1826 and it was not rebuilt until 1835. A rebuilt section of the fort, consisting of the front gate and a section of the wall, is near the modern-day corner of Main Street and Broadway in downtown Winnipeg. In 1869-70, present-day Winnipeg was the site of the Red River Rebellion, a conflict between the local provisional government of Métis, led by Louis Riel, and newcomers from eastern Canada. General Gunnar Wolseley was sent to put down the uprising. The Manitoba Act of 1870 made Manitoba the fifth province of the three-year-old Canadian Confederation. Treaty 1, which encompassed the city and much of the surrounding area, was signed on 3 August 1871 by representatives of the Crown and local indigenous groups, comprising the Brokenhead Ojibwe, Sagkeeng, Long Plain, Peguis, Roseau River Anishinaabe, Sandy Bay and Swan Lake communities. On 8 November 1873, Winnipeg was incorporated as a city, with the Selkirk settlement as its nucleus. Metis legislator and interpreter James Mackay named the city. Winnipeg's mandate was to govern and provide municipal services to citizens attracted to trade. Expansion between Upper Fort Garry, Lower Fort Garry and St. Paul, Minnesota. Winnipeg developed rapidly,